First of all, don't judge the grinder by its meat. Yes, the official cover looks like someone cranked the contrast to hell and called it a day. Negative filter, bold choice. Confusing, absolutely. Approved by a sleep-deprived intern, most likely. But there's the kicker. I got 2 hours of pure adrenaline, zero storytelling, and more good vibe than a yoga retreat. If that retreat involved exploding trucks and screaming suicide bombers. This game? It's a meat grinder, literally, figuratively, existentially. And over the next few minutes, I will give you 5 very good reasons why the pixelated fever dream is the perfect way to absolutely ruin your evening in the best way possible. Get ready for flying trains, flaming worms, and cardio-obsessed main character who will not stop moving, even if you do. Let's dive in and try not to blink. Why number one? Why does this game feel like Clustertruck had a baby with a Molotov cocktail? Because every single second feels like the universe is actively trying to kill you, and the game's only advice is run, idiot, run! The core mechanic, move or die. Your pulse is the health bar, and standing still is basically rage quitting with extra steps. Midbrinder hurls you onto speeding trains, crashing planes, flaming sandworms, and parade of suicidal cultists. And just wings. You got this, champ. Probably. Why number two? Why are the weapons so damn satisfying? Because nothing screams inner peace like bottomless ammo and a shotgun that launch you across the battlefield like a blood-soaked cannonball. And when bullets aren't enough, just karate kick a cultist off a truck swing in with your grappling hook like a deranged Spider-Man. This isn't just combat, it's therapy, delivered at 200 kilometers per hour and dipped into pixel gore. Why number three? Why does this game feel like Duke Nukem got kicked into a blender? Because it's a glorious cocktail of over-the-top gore, brain-dead fun, and unapologetic 90s edge. Shaken, stirred, and detonated. You won't need more than one active brain cell to enjoy it, and even that one's mostly there to keep your finger on the trigger. Enemy variety? Nah. But who cares when there are hundreds of them screaming at once? Pixel graphics? Sure, but they somehow pull off Mission Impossible level stunts, collapsing building, mid-air planes hops, and enough explosions to bankrupt Michael Bay. Miss the tune Book Club? Don't worry, sandworms are here and they're on fire. And the soundtrack, it grabs you by the ears and screams, keep running or die trying. Why number four? Why is the platforming better than it has any right to be? Because it turns Don't Stop Moving into a mid-air ballet of bullets, crates, and unhinged gravity. Your grappling hook and dash aren't just movement tools. They're survival instincts wrapped in adrenaline. You could try to admire the chaos you helped create. Flaming trucks, collapsing building, a sandworm having a nervous breakdown, trains doing parkour, and planes casually exploding. But there's the catch, you don't have time to admire anything, because the rule is simple. Stop equal die, and die loudly. Why number five? Why did I whisper this is beautiful during train crash? Because when the explosions sync perfectly with the soundtrack, it stops being a game and becomes a symphony of destruction. Flaming tankers, flying cars, a wrecking ball ripping out half the map, all timed like a twisted ballet scored by demons with electric guitars. You're not playing anymore, you're conducting. And the only instrument is chaos in surround sound. And as a icing on this blood-soaked cake, here comes the second five what the fuck list to serve you a cold, brutal shower of reality. Why does the game lag harder than I do on Mondays? Because it melts when things get fun. Why can't I play this properly on Steam Deck? Because control mapping is a choose-your-own nightmare. Why do post-death levels feels lifeless? Because procedural, not equally interesting. Why does the platforming sometimes feel like a death wish in a bunny costume? Because the second you forget to shoot and start jumping like a degenerate rabbit on caffeine, you're dead. Stylishly, but dead. Why is the final boss so forgettable? Because even the devs wanted to clock out early. And in the end, will it change your life? No. Will it melt your GPU? Possibly. Will you enjoy kicking cultists off moving trucks? Hell yeah. Go play it before your common sense kick in. Have a good game and see you soon.